This is how I pack for a long distance, long term ADV touring motorcycle adventure. Zdravo I dobrodošli, bon dia, bem-vindos, servus, willkommen, buenos dias, bienvenidos, greetings riders, beautiful Sierra Nevada mountains. It's pretty damn cold outside today, but you see the snow and the beautiful creek. We found this little picnic table. We are on our scouting trip for the Sierra Nevada tour. If you want to get to know Sierra Nevadas, you can go on our website and take a look at the details of the private tour that we have built just for this beautiful part of the world. Myself and my business partner, Peng, the landscape photographer who really knows this area exceptionally well, and we wanted to share it with you. So it's a private motorcycling and photography trip, and you'll really get to know this place intimately. You can check out some of the information on our website, and we found this perfect iteration of a mountain picnic table, and I figured why not disassemble everything from my motorcycle and show you how I pack for basically indefinite motorcycle touring adventures. What I mean by that is that with how I have this motorcycle pack right now, I can be on the road indefinitely in any region, in any weather, and for the amount of time that I desire to be on the road, to film, to edit, and to work from the road, and to have some fun as well. So on here is everything you need to know on how to pack for a long-term motorcycle adventure. Let's start from my person, what I carry on me pretty much at all times when I'm on the motorcycle. My outfit is a Suzuki Alexi outfit. You can take a look at a more detailed overview of this outfit on our playlist. I've done that already, but I like this outfit because it's black, it doesn't fade, it doesn't show dirt very well. There's also a women's version of it as well, so I can match with my wife. That kind of looks nice. In fact, these pants are women's size large just because the male pants apparently in the US market are just so baggy. I don't like baggy outerwear at all. So because it is cold, I'm carrying a lot of layers. Again, we did a review of winter or cold weather riding, everything I wear and how to keep warm up till zero. I mean, if you're riding below zero, you're risking ice on the road and you're doing something wrong. Especially even before 0 degrees Celsius or 32 Fahrenheit, if there's a wind chill, it can freeze the roads.
What do I have to do for your YouTube videos?
Relax! So today we had a little bit of that, and my GoPro, my windscreen was getting all frozen up. So if you want to get to know more in more detail about winter riding gear, you can take a look at that video. But a quick overview, I just have this Suzuki Alexi outerwear. It has 3 layers. I'm wearing 2 at the moment, the warm ones. I'm not wearing the windproof, waterproof layer. I just find that difficult to breathe. Underneath it, I have my vest. This is something we sell on our website as well. For wind protection, I also have, I think this is called the Freeze Out. It's by Suzuki, and it's basically, this material protects you from the wind, so you're not getting sick from, having that wind blow, especially if you don't have a big screen like I do here. I like to wear a turtleneck, honestly, because it protects my throat. Right. I have 2 of them. They're green, and they're just comfortable. They fit tight, so the heat stays to your body. One is made by Under Armour, and I think the other one's Adidas, so it's like sport wear. I like that a lot. Odor wicking and moisture wicking, etc. You'll notice I have a little belt here. This is just for support. O'Neill sells them as well, and this is basically to support your lower back when you're seated, to engage your core a little more. If you have issues with your back, this would be something good to wear. And also for wind, it kind of keeps your kidneys warm and whatnot. My back protector is here as well. I have a pretty bulky one, but I've been wearing this for many years. I don't necessarily like the small ones that you can put on a jacket just because they are small. I like the ones where you can wrap it around your kidneys and whatnot. It gives you just so much more support for your lower back and the coccyx, the bones back there. So I always wear that no matter where I go, even to the grocery store. And when I ride my KTMs, I have a dedicated KTM suit. This is by KTM Powerwear. It's from their website, and I believe it's a collaboration with Alpine Stars. Pretty good piece of kit. I wish it did come with armor included, because that you got to pay extra. But it's been holding off pretty well. It looks great, and I actually have my showy orange helmet for ADV touring that actually matches pretty well with this and the Camelback as well. Stay tuned for a complete in-depth review of not only this suit but also this amazing motorcycle, the KTM 1190 Adventure R. Just a perfect balance of weight and power and off and on-road capability. But for my other motorcycles, just so I don't stand out with the orange KTM gear, I have recently picked up a Dainese adventure touring outfit. The Dainese Springbok Absolute Shell 3-layer adventure touring outfit. This is an amazing outfit for serious long-term, long-distance adventure touring, as well as your weekend warriors, because it's got everything you need. 3 layers means that it's windproof, waterproof, and for those colder days as well. All those layers you can remove. Now I'm just with the outer shell, and the outer shell is very breathable. It's got some waterproof pockets. It looks great. I've been getting a lot of really interesting compliments on it. It really fits in with the environment, especially here, beautiful Eastern Sierra, where we offer our Eastern Sierra tour. Check that out on our website as well. On my person, I also have a watch that's multifunctional. This is a Suunto Core. It has a compass, it has weather warning alarms, it has a sunset, sundown, very useful if you're trying to find where to camp and you're being chased by storms. You need to know how much time you have. Different time zones, many different features. But I replaced the belt, which actually broke after a while, with a paracord, 550 paracord. There's a few feet here, so if you ever need it, you have it here. The battery is easy to change, so you can always carry extra batteries. And another very crucial thing, there's this thing called the A2 Survival Bracelet. There's a little fire starter here. This is obviously your secondary, not your tertiary thing. Right. You have other things for it. This is stuff that's on your body, and it, most importantly, despite the time telling and etc., the compass, it has a whistle. Okay. So this, I got inspired when there was a story about a guy who's riding the Mulholland Highway, very popular road up in LA County, in the mountains and in the hills. And he crashed. He crashed off the side of the road. He was there for 2 days, almost died from starvation, from dehydration. If he had this, maybe somebody could have hurt him, right? So you have to crawl out of there with broken bones and in a place that, hundreds of cars pass every day, if not thousands. So always have a whistle. I mean, that's key. Also, if you're camping in the wild country, the whistle might help with wildlife and whatnot. This also has a secondary little compass. I wouldn't trust it, but if it's the only thing I have, then it's the only thing I have, right? So I carry this on my person all times. I also have the Casio G-Shock. It's another adventure tour. You do a lot of backpacking, so you have an idea what these watches can do. But so that's on me at all times. When I'm touring abroad, I have my passport belt. I keep that there, and I have a secondary wallet with expired credit cards, with not expired, but stuff that's been canceled, for example. A little bit of cash in local currency, maybe some dollars, and another driver's license. Okay. Why do you think I have that? Just out of curiosity.
For cops, or if you get robbed?
If you get robbed, that's the first thing they'll take is your tank bag, which is typically where you keep your stuff, right? Or if they ask for something, which is very common where you're planning to go, there's a lot of crime. Petty crime to that, and there's a lot of violent crime in Latin America, right? So if you look at some of these videos, they're on their motorcycles, they point a gun at you, and they just take either your bike or whatever they can get, at a red light or wherever. Or when you're on roads like this, you think you're completely alone, it's rural, and you'll get held up. So you always want to have money. I've learned that after living in Rio for a year. You always want to have money to give. That way you're not pissing anybody off who's expecting it, who might have a knife or a gun or machete, etc. So you always have things that you're able to let go and not even think twice about it. You need your license for everything, so you always have an extra license. Those are easy to get, even current ones. A secondary one, you just pay for it and you get it in the mail. Any expired ones you keep, because it's good to have extra ones. So to give off to anybody who might want them. My passport, the basics, always on me. Always on me. If anything, I can run away. Depending on the situation. In my left breast pocket, I carry my wallet. It's there all the time. It's locked. I I just know where it is. It's zippered up, and in my right breast pocket, I carry extra keys. Always on me in case I lose my keys. I'm not creating more stress than necessary. So I have extra keys for everything on my motorcycle, including the extra storage lock boxes. I have knee guards underneath here. These serve two purposes. Basically, they also protect you from the elements, and they combine well with these Icon Elsinore boots to completely protect my shin. These are actually the smaller of the two sizes available for these basic knee guards, just because the long ones are a little too big and too bulky. I'm not a fan of that. So I have multiple layers of clothing underneath. Again, just please take a look at that video so you know how to dress for cold weather riding. Cold, Sergey?
Cold.
Where are we, in Moscow? Or no, we are in San Diego.
Yes.
Man, look at the frost.
Almost in Siberia.
Look at that. It's the Russian summer, huh?
Yes.
Whenever I ride, I always carry this Garmin GPS and emergency signal unit. I attach this to myself so that I can access it in case I'm ejected from the motorcycle. Whatever unit you use, I used to use the Spot unit as well. Not a huge fan of the Spot, at least initially. They were very aggressive with the way they charged customers, and it was a little problematic, but this is another unit you could use. But I like the Garmin because it connects to an app on your phone, which you can use offline, and it has a map. You have a really useful map that you can use off your phone. And speaking of phones, I always carry two phones. One phone is the one I use for photos. It's connected to the GoPro app, and it's the one I use for this kind of things. And the other phone, which is not mounted to the motorcycle, is the one that's connected to a network which I can use, because I'm not a huge fan of cases, and you don't want to drop the phone that's maybe your lifeline or your connectivity to the outside world, or something that helps you find a place to sleep or to eat, etc. So I always have two phones, and if one fails, I can always employ the other one. So that's pretty much it, I think, for my person. Oh, very importantly, I do carry dog tags. Dog tags are useful for the same reason. It lists your allergies, your blood type, emergency contact, and your name. That's all you really need, and hopefully you don't need, but if you do, it's there. So I keep that on me. That's it. That's pretty much it. I try not to keep anything in my pockets, just because it's just more comfortable that way. I do have bandanas also for sale on our website. They're just so useful for the wind, for the dirt, just to protect your neck from the little, from the cold. So I love the bandanas. And even if it's warm, I turn it around so it protects the back of my neck, because of course the elements are just so brutal here. I do carry in my pocket, I do carry lip balm. This is Carmex. I've been using this for my whole life. And you know how difficult this lifestyle is on your skin, especially in high altitude where the sun just burns you alive. Just make sure you protect yourself. If you don't want to limit your riding career by having to avoid skin cancer at 50 because you've been exposed your whole life, you haven't taken care of yourself, SPF every time you step out. And at night, there's nothing better than putting a little bit of that oily lotion just to bring back some life into your skin. I also did a review of skincare for bikers, should you care to watch that. It's very useful, and I guarantee you, if you don't pay attention to that detail, you won't be riding as long as you hope to be riding. So it's very, very important. All right, so before we dig into the bags, let's start with the rest of the gear that you see on the table.